I don't want to. Well, you want to. You can sit. I don't know. That's all right.
Okay, I'll sit. Hi. You're standing all the time?
Yeah.
Oh, I am sitting on the table.
That's what I'm saying. All right, well, thank you, Eliza, for coming. It's great to have you. Yeah.
We're in Boston. Come on.
Yeah, you're from Watertown originally?
Watertown, represent. That's right. Here is from Boston, the Boston area, or Mass. Woo! Somebody had to like think about it.
So just to let everyone know, we'll do the Q&A for a little bit, after which we're going to talk about some of Eliza's very noble causes, a couple of charities, and we'll get into that in just a little. But first, I want to talk about some other stuff, other fun stuff. Your acting, the roles you've played, characters you've portrayed. Of course, all of us know you as Faith. Okay, Faith. And do this. Okay, warming up. Faith, a great character. A woman with whom I work, big fan of Buffy. I'm a big fan as well. We talked about the series on occasion, and we both agree season 3 is by far the best.
Yes,
oh yeah, no small part to your presence in the character of Faith, who wasn't just a cut and dry, good or bad person. A lot of interesting, gray area that developed over the course of the a few seasons on Buffy and the Angel. I read that you enjoyed that character because of that fact that it wasn't just a simple, good girl or bad girl. She was ambiguous and she was torn. And I don't know if you want to just talk about that and a little bit, give us your thoughts on the character, because I think you enjoyed playing the character from what I've read.
Yeah,
so,
I did. I mean, she had quite a journey through Buffy and then into Angel, and I was originally only supposed to come in for 3 episodes and just be like that Slayer from Boston, and then people really identified with the character, and I guess kind of saw something that, I was 17 at the time. I just graduated high school. I was supposed to go to Suffolk University where my mother taught until last year. She retired here in Boston, and then the character really resonated with people. So 3 episodes turned into 7, turned into like, let's make her really bad and scary and make her do awful things, and then we redeem her and see what that looks like. I mean, Josh probably had his style, but I love that people, she did such awful things. Like, I'm sure some of us in this room have done, and yet you're not defined by the mistakes that you make or the things that you've done. Make it like the episodes and then the consequences. And there are certain consequences, and we should try not to continue doing them. Like silly people. Then there was a lot of things that I had that it wasn't all black and white. It was, tortured, but then she, in the end, back with the Scooby Gang.
I have to ask, I'm a big fan of Marvel characters and Marvel comics since I was a kid, and I'm really happy with what they've been doing with the films. But with the recent series, the Shield series, when I watched, I've been watching it, and but I wasn't familiar really with any of the actors overall, and there's a young gal on the show who plays pretty much the lead, and very lovely. And I'm looking at her, I'm thinking, geez, she reminds me of Eliza Dushku. It's like, and then someone commented, I think maybe like Joss Whedon likes that look. I said, yeah, because she could have been your younger sister. And I said, well, maybe a not so pretty younger sister.
Comments on that. You dig yourself in there.
I'm not worried about digging anything. No, it was neat because I said that's interesting because I knew that it wasn't you, and I said no, it can't be. But God, there were a few scenes I said it looks just like. Do you know the character?
I know of her, yeah.
Yeah. So that was kind of neat. So I don't know if that was ever brought up before.
Do you guys have questions that you want to ask? We've only got 30 minutes for Q&A, and I wonder if these guys have questions or if you have specific questions.
No,
I pontificate about a lot of things.
I've got a lot about your charities, but which I didn't know we were going to combine it with, so that works out.
Yeah.
But let's get some fan questions first because we don't have too much time. Yeah. All right, so
And
let's
if
see.
we don't, then we can go back to the pontificating.
It's been back there. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Bob Wilds.
Hi, Bob.
I'm a big fan of watching Dollhouse, and you basically play a different character every week. How did you kind of prepare yourself for that type of, being different every time, not just play the same character?
Well, I have lots of different characters in my head all the time. It wasn't that much of a stretch in that way, but I would say that, when Joss and I first had lunch, and I said, I just kind of want to do like a really great badass character, and but I don't want to like wear the same wardrobe every week. I want to like do something different every week, and so he's thinking about it. It was one thing to think about it, and then actually be there and have him, have me do, 20 characters in one episode. It would have, I would have loved to have a little bit more time maybe with each character to really get into it, but I'm not complaining in the slightest because I loved it, and I loved the kind of craziness that came through it, and I felt nice and good and multiple every day on set. It was what I asked for. So.
Yep, yeah, right over there.
Hi, my name is Neil.
Hi.
Hi. First of all, where did 5x5 come from? And was space supposed to be bi, or did Joss say just go with it, do what you want?
Who wants to answer that? Because I've answered before, and fans will be like, "That's not true. It's this." Anyone want to take a stab at 5x5? No, no one. I mean, when I asked him, he kept it very simple. He was like, "It means you're good. What's that?
You're square.
You're square. Yeah, you're
4x4.
Yeah." Military.
It's like a military term.
Yes, I don't think he knew that it would be so dissected, but it means we're all good, bro. We're cool.
Okay, thank you.
You know what I'm saying? Just leave it at that. Sometimes simple's nice.
All right, thanks.
Here's another question for you.
Yeah.
Have you been approached? I don't know if you can talk about this, but as far as Marvel productions, it's doing so well, film and television properties. Have you been approached in any way regarding a role in any of the Marvel stuff?
No, I'm doing the voiceover for people.
Oh, right, the animation, yes.
Smash,
Yeah.
which is kind of fun. It's kind of definitely not kind of. It's definitely for a younger
Yeah.
audience. Every 4-year-old nephew loves it. He's like, "I have to show." And he was like, "No, it's good that they have the girl as a Hulk because there's some things girls do that boys can't do."
But otherwise, nothing live action, I was wondering. No, not yet?
I'll
Okay.
be the first to know. Call you.
Thanks. 5x5.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, right? That's all you have to say.
Okay. All right, right back there, yes, Rick Love.
I know that you've done a lot of voiceover work recently. She-Hulk and Catwoman and Ruby Malone. I was wondering how that acting experience compares with like television and film. Are there any unique challenges?
You can show up in your pajamas, which is really nice.
Not a challenge.
I mean, the challenge I think is that you definitely it's bigger. It's almost more stage-like than on TV or in film. You're sort of trying to react and be more natural and smaller because your face ends up so big. But that definitely, like I've noticed where I think I'm being big in the room, but maybe I'm just moving around a lot, and then that doesn't get translated. So I've had awesome people that I've done voiceover with. I mean, Catwoman, Bryan Cranston, all these awesome people, and on Hulk as well. Fred and Clancy, and I mean, going in there and being around the serious pros like the vets, just are so amazing at it. Like Fred always takes his shoes off and just like gets seriously hulky and dope. So I've learned from them that you do have to kind of add another layer of awesome.
Clancy Brown.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, great voice. Who does he portray?
He's Red.
Oh yeah? Oh,
Yeah.
nice. He's got the
I'm in
deep,
between Clancy and Fred.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's neat, yeah. Yes, back there.
And Clancy plays Words with Friends or some new word game throughout the entire recording. And Fred always has crazy and other socks, like different socks, like crazy
When
socks.
he takes his shoes off.
There you go.
So, yep. right there.
Hi again.
Hi.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, we had a fun time last night.
We did.
You guys missed it at the meet and greet. We like all sat in a circle. We had like a sharing, like ghost hunting prayer circle. It was dope. Is the ghost hunter here today? No.
John, oh, she is Beth.
Hi, Mom.
John's not done that much ado about nothing. I know there was rumor that he might be doing more Shakespearean stuff in the future. Would that be something you'd be interested in?
I did a movie that I finished in New York a couple weeks ago, and in the movie I play a New York stage actress, and so I did play Tanya for a few scenes in the movie, and I did have versions from Shakespeare, and that was awkward. I learned Shakespeare to my dog, Max Factor, actually. That was my trick. My friend helped me, and I don't know, I just couldn't make the words make sense, but to my dog that I love, I was like, apricots and dewberries, and I was like, dude.
What's
Yeah, that one.
Fairies.
Apricots.
That's cool. Yeah. Yep. It's right there.
Hi.
So when you talked earlier, you mentioned that things are kind of on the cheap in the Buffy.
On the what?
On the cheap side, backstage of the Buffy.
You're taking me out of context, sir.
You mean, the budget?
No, and that was Dollhouse. You wore the Matrix outfit yesterday, and you had this awesome black leather coat, and I said that I had that coat made on Dollhouse as well, and so you have a photo of me in the long coat, and you asked if I could keep it, and I was like, no, they're pretty cheap, but that was like a $5,000 coat, so I was so much as. But go ahead.
Oh, but not on the no, so it's not on the cheap. So
Eliza says Buffy and producers were cheap.
that's low, but yeah. And I'm across the river a lot of time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I came off. So the production was how you feel with the production at that time with the Buffy going to series, episode gets better than the next series. It was really getting that big as we feel like.
Well, I think they give the shows more money the better they do. The more successful the show is, they give them more money. But it's pretty common that they don't let the actors keep their money. And it's a little frustrating because there are times where you almost want to buy something because it's really great, and then they're like, oh no, you know how it is. We're required to take all these awesome clothes and put them in a giant warehouse somewhere and let them sit there for life. So,
They sell them.
sometimes they'll sell them for their own. I guess they buy them. I should shut up. Stop. Whatever. How much time do we have? 30 more minutes. Oh, okay. Do we have a couple more questions? Yeah, I'll make this. I'll give you a answer. I can talk.
So someone, yeah, in the back, thanks.
US Weekly does a 25 things to know about a celebrity every week.
Yep.
Fun facts.
Yeah,
Is there facts
good
that
one.
you'd like 5, because short, facts that you'd like to tell your fans that nobody else knows?
I mean, I did one of those, so it is out there. 25 things that nobody did know. Are there new five that I can think of? Oh my God, it's always so hard on the spot. I won't have to think about it and then think about it.
Just like your favorite color or something?
Throw myself and them out, and then be like, damn, I really should have taken a few minutes. I'll think about that, but I'm a pretty open book. I kind of say what I'm thinking and feeling as long as I'm not, hurting
Favorite
someone.
color?
My favorite color? It changes. I'm just way too favorite color.
Thanks so much.
I like a lot of colors.
Yes, sir.
And I apologize, I'm late, so if this has already been asked. I read in the Globe, was it Thursday night, you actually won an award for your charitable side? Or?
Friday night. Friday night, yes. We had the New England American Camp Association, the American Camp Association, the New England branch. They're the group that credits all the camps all over New England, so I'll make sure they're running properly. And they chose me as their 2013 camp champion. South End settlements. My father, Phil, grew up in the South End. He was an Albanian immigrant. His parents came here from Albania. They didn't have a lot of money, and he went to this camp, Camp Hale, and a lot of people took pictures yesterday. I have the red one too, and I'm going to auction it off today. I'm going to do it. still has my sweat in it. So Camp Hale has been a boys' camp for 112 years. It started in 1900, and my father and his three brothers went. My three brothers went, and I could only go up on visiting day and see the awesome things they were doing. They were canoeing. It's on beautiful Swan Lake, and they're singing all the cool camp songs, and just camp's an amazing place, I think, for kids. I mean, when I want to go back again. So I couldn't go as a girl, and a couple years ago I thought, why don't we try to start a girls program at camp so the girls get to go and do all these great things and reap the same benefits of the boys. So this last August we raised the money and we had our first girls program championed by myself and my family, and I went up and was a counselor, and my 10-year-old niece was a camper, and I got to see firsthand, beyond those things being fun, like you have kids that really come to have to build their self-esteem and learn how to work on teams and face their fears. I mean, I think camp is a fundamental thing that's really important, especially for kids from urban neighborhoods where there were girls that had never even been in the water and were terrified to put their foot in the water, not to mention, jump in the water. And after 10 days of this camp, you had these little girls that were just bomb diving off docks and just communicating like they've been there for a year. Like, just the difference was unbelievable. So we the camp was a smash hit, and we want to do a second year. We raised over $10,000 at this convention yesterday for camp. We need about 20 for the second program to run again next year, and all the girls want to return. We want to bring in more girls. So with you guys' help, thank you yesterday and today. Give yourself a round of applause. We can do it again. And yes, they gave me an award on Friday night. It was awesome.
The ripeness factor should bring in extra money.
Oh yeah, it's my right.
So do you want
Should we do something? Let's start the bit on this bright Camp Hale shirt, shall we? I mean, I smell good. I'm not drunk.
Did you have the function last night? We had a meet and greet?
I wore it all day yesterday.
What did you do?
All day. It was really good. And I had my perfume on there. Yeah. So, does somebody want to buy this Camp Hale shirt?
Right.
And it's female empowerment. It's everything that my characters represent. It's feminism.
The
It's
symbol on the back.
Are you gonna
Coat of arms.
Oh, I'm totally gonna sign it. I'll kiss it. I'll roll up the sleeves. Roll them if you like.
Some skill.
So what do we say? Can we start at like $50?
What do you think? It's a very good cause.
It's an awesome shirt.
It is.
Come on.
We're over halfway to the goal.
Yay!
Right.
50?
60 said.
I have my hand.
100.
Oh,
$100.
you're pulling me over, Kevin. Right?
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
Come on. Red for ripeness. Let's do it.
$100.
That's
Awesome. I mean, you can only smell me once.
moving on. Winning other bids. We hear 101.
Do you take plastic money?
What's that?
Plastic money?
Credit card.
I don't think we do. I think we're just trying to get it all.
There's an ATM. Yes.
There's an ATM in the building, though.
Well, yeah.
Are you taking your pants off when you You never know what's going to come. What's that?
So
Another one.
101. 101.
110.
110.
110.
112. 120 rather.
Anybody?
120.
Get for a friend?
150.
What?
Sorry?
150.
Oh, Kevin.
$150. That's
Sorry,
tremendous.
but here.
My gosh.
You're fine.
$150.
You're really short. You can stand like that. So you can stand.
$160.
I'll let you know if you know.
I'm going to stand up. This is getting good. All right. We got one.
170.
170. 180.
180.
190.
190. 200. 200. 200.
210.
Shucks, thanks.
Oh.
200.
210.
How much, sir?
210.
210.
Just do really high I bid.
250.
No,
I mean,
no.
how can you resist? Come on, 250.
225.
Sorry?
225.
No, 250.
Oh, I'm out.
250. All right, 250. Going once, going twice. Sold for $250.
Do you really have the money though?
Yeah, good.
It is very common down the hall a little ways.
I'll wear this one, Kevin, today. Maybe we can go. I have two.
I'll be back.
Well, you can pay for this and then.
You better wear that shirt,
Yeah,
Kevin.
that's what I'm saying.
Cool. And we do have a second. I think we go who really wants it. I wore this one at the camp, and I would, roll it up. Yeah. I can spray some perfume on
Can you buy those online and donate money towards the camp?
Honest, I think that you can't just go online and pick your size and buy them yet. We're going to.
Okay.
I'm hoping Camp Dale to revamp their website.
We'll look out for that.
So,
Well, minus the ripeness factor, it's still an official shirt. Snuggled with. Did you kiss it?
I will kiss it.
It'll be signed if you'd like it signed. So start the bidding at $50. Okay. $50. Okay. All right, Kevin, let's jump to the chase. How much?
How high were you going
Yeah.
for? Just curious.
What do you got?
I'll give you 100 without being
100 for this one?
Yeah.
$100. All right, that's great. Anyone 101? Anyone 101? 101? All right. So sold for $100. Thank you, Kevin.
Yeah.
Really
I
generous.
have Tru Calling posters. I want to do like a banner light so bad. There's some, my stepfather actually, this was one of his favorite shopping.
This is better and better.
In our house here in Boston. So I will sign this. I'll maybe kiss it. And these are
Oh,
Ready?
is it okay for the
and
sign?
we have a few of them. Yeah, sign it. Anybody?
So,
No one here wants to bid on anything. Anybody?
we'll cut them off,
I'll start at 20.
$20.
I'll start at 20 and see where it goes.
$40. Thank you.
$50.
$50. Excellent. And you have how many, Eliza?
We've got a few.
Several of these. Okay. So, all right. Good. So,
Anyone?
oh,
Okay.
$50. That's wonderful. Thanks.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. That's great.
I don't think my auction chick is going to work that well today.
Someday everyone will drove by now.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that's great. And then, how about some of these? We've got in here, we have Russell Barnsby from Grimm. We've got Jake Lloyd. And
Don't need to do it.
Leonard Nimoy.
All signed of it?
Yeah, it's right behind Zachary Pinto. Oh, there's Billy Williams, Matrix Twins, and Cooper. Who's interested in any of these? Shout out which one.
What's the name? I don't have a party.
Alice Cooper.
Alice,
$50
$50.
for a signed Alice Cooper. That's great. All right. Anyone interested in Alice?
Sold to the Crazy Pirate! Woo! Does anyone crit? The holidays are coming. Anyone you know and love? You want to give them something cool?
50 for Nimoy?
Nimoy, 50 for Nimoy. All right.
Totally. Sweet. Sold to Kevin! Anyone else? Nice. Some other ones. Anakin, Russell. The rest of you are so
20 for Zach.
Come over? What's happening?
$30 for Zach.
20?
What?
20%? Did you say 30 or 20?
30 for Zach.
30 for Zach up here.
40 for Zach.
40 for
40
Zach.
for there. Now they're coming out. It's like called you up again. 40, Zach.
All right.
What's your name?
Taylor.
Taylor. Taylor. Woo! All right. Anyone else here? Anyone? Going once, twice, 4 pictures.
And you'll have them at your table in case they don't come down, right?
Very nice. The holidays are coming.
Lights are lights.
Of all the times you broke.
Come on. What do you think? You get it for 20 bucks? Maybe one of these. 24. Totally. Wait, where? I can't remember back. There he is. Kevin.
Is Grim still available?
Grim is still available, and he could be yours or.
Yeah.
Just talking about dogs.
Might be a century. He could be yours for, yes, Erin.
20? Do you want me to bring them back and we'll just put your, should you come up after? Okay, this is gonna be, anyone else Grim for 20? Anyone? Soul Mamacita, yeah, come up after and do it. And then we have the Matrix Twins and Jake Lloyd, young Anakin Skywalker. Come on back row, you've been awful quiet back here. What's going on, huh? Ghostbusters, nice. Anyone? Anybody? Camp Hill, hoo-yah. Hoo-yah, Camp Hill. Hoo-yah. Yeah, hoo-yah. Camp Hill. Right. Did you miss last night?
This became the best day ever.
Yep.
All right. These ones are not at home for the holidays.
If you change your mind, you'll have them at your table. Okay, good.
Thank you guys so much. Do you have any more time?
We have a bunch more. Yes. Neil, I wanted to bring up your involvement with that. Yeah, it was tremendous. Sorry, the other charity. Involved in Uganda? Yes, Thrive.
You donated to the CrowdRise campaign or your CrowdRise campaigns in the past. That's our mother's nonprofit, and I'm one of the board members. It's a trauma healing and rehabilitation center for former child soldiers in Uganda. And we, over the last 5 years, started an organization. We started out in a rented building. When we did the CrowdRise campaigns, my first one was my 30-30-30 birthday campaign, where we raised $30,000 on December 30th, my 30th birthday, and we literally bought a plot of land in blue. And then the next time we did the campaign, we were able to buy the building and construct the building, put a fence around it, so people feel safe there. And then last year we supplied electricity, and we didn't just supply electricity for our building alone. We were able to put in units and generators that also supplied electricity for multiple other homes and businesses around there, just for $10,000. So that's something that's really close to my heart. And then my stepfather also works for an organization. He passed away on Halloween, and so this year's fundraiser is dedicated to my stepdad, Jim Coleman, who was like my father. So you guys can donate any other time. I know today you spent all your money. You can go home. You can see me tweeting about it, and all of our money goes right to people on the ground, and we want to keep that going, helping out too.
Very noble. Thank you.
Versatile. Have you been approached, or would you ever consider doing dances with the stars?
I am more of a freestyler, and I have stage fright. I just don't know. I think it's great, and I kind of coerced Rick into doing it. I got him watching the show. You should do it. All the athletes, they do great. So I'm good. I think other people. I don't.
but you're so versatile and you got a great fan base. You would definitely go. Definitely.
Y'all never really see me dance. You can see me as dance as spades where I'm like killing people. We've seen you do cheerleading. You've seen me do cheerleading. How long? I was like the idiot. They had to do special extra. My biggest problem was at the time, because I was still very baby, they were like, you need to do the cheer face. You need to smile. Because I was doing all my cheers like I was going to beat someone up. I was not that.
Yeah. So going back to that question, are you happy that you were part of Once More with Feeling on Buffy?
I mean, I loved that episode. That was one of the best. I mean, I would have loved to have been a part of it. And also with that, you can do multiple takes. I mean, it's one thing to do things live, and that just makes you want to like persist. Right. Another reason why it's Shakespearean and stage acting.
I know Allison Hannigan, she had virtually no singing part in that because she was so petrified of her voice. So.
It's scary, yeah. I mean, since I was 9 years old, I could always ignore like a giant camera and 10 dudes staring at me. That doesn't sound like that. But something about a live audience. I mean, even my first Q&As when I would come to conventions, I used to be really nervous and sweating profusely. So,
Can I ask you a question? When you said you were 17, I don't recall reading that when you started Buffy. Did the shooting hours, because you were a minor, was there anything regarding
that?
that? Okay.
I had to get emancipated here in Boston, and they don't really emancipate in Boston. And basically, they're like, are you divorced your parents? I'm like, no, I had already graduated high school. I'm at the end of the year for a birthday, so I'm December 30. Right. So I was always the youngest in my class. I made the cutoff, but I was going to go to college, and they did need me to work vampire hours, which was all through the night, and minors weren't supposed to work through the night. So we had to go down to the courthouse here in Boston, and they were like, they don't emancipate in Boston typically, and it's not even a way of story. Literally, they're like, it depends on the judge that you get, and otherwise you can't do the show. They didn't hire me as a minor. So we went to the courthouse, and there was a woman judge. Oh my gosh, I know her name. I'm drawing a blank right now, but we sort of went in and gave the case, and I remember the lawyer being like, Eliza Dushku, she wants to be on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and then the judge was like, she was a tough Boston broad too. Like she seemed like a big, tough broad. So we give her the whole story, and the lawyers were like, okay, and she goes, can she approach the bench, please? So I come up, and she goes, I'm sorry, are you talking about the Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Like on the WB, or yeah, and she's like, yeah, I called court early to watch that show. I love it. If you send me an autographed photo of some of the cast, I'll sign your friggin' order. I guess Ruth Bader Ginsburg also was a massive Buffy fan. So.
Did you send her the photo?
Of course.
Nice. All right.
My word.
Yes.
I have a quick question. How much of the stage fighting did you do? Did you have any stunt doubles come in all the time, or did you do a lot of it yourself?
Oh, I had awesome stunt